good morning, everybody. Christine here from Christine's Stamping Spot. So happy to be with you on this Friday morning and happy that you could join in. So how has your week been? It's Friday, yay! A little bit cloudy here. I was expecting the sun this morning, but haven't seen it, so not so great. Have any of you been planting outside? I have made one trip to the greenhouse. Hoping to do some more, maybe today if I have the gumph and the oomph to get there. Yeah, still need to do lots. Actually, get started. Probably cut down a little bit this year. We'll see, but always a great time and lots of fun to get into the soil and see some color in the yard again. So yes, how has your week been? Do you have plans for this weekend? We had a nice long weekend last weekend. Weather turned out, I think, to be a little bit better than they were expecting, so that was great. But yes, it is almost the end of May. May the 22nd today. Hello, Kathleen. Yes, we have a workshop tomorrow. Doing my May class, we're going to use some really fun products, new products from our new catalog. So looking forward to that. Always great to see our stamping community in person and yeah, be able to get your hands on some of those great new products, right? Okay, so today we're going to take a look at a new product that's in the catalog that I'm not sure who has used it or who has seen it, but I will show you where it is, and we're going to make a really simple card with it, okay? So just give me a second to flip my camera. Here we go. Okay, I hope you can see that. Could probably go down a teeny bit more with my messy desk here. Just see that we are on live. Yes, I believe we are. Got a couple of devices going here so I can hopefully see comments. So just give me 1 second here. Yes, I think we are live. All right, so let me just get that catalog and I will show you what we are going to use. So it is actually under, I believe, the accessories portion. Here we go. It's really small, so it's on page 72, and it's these right here. These are called Floral Flight Accents. I don't know if you have seen them. They are, well, I'll show you exactly what they look like, but you get all of these little die cuts that you can just plop onto your cards and make a really quick and simple project. So they come as one sheet, 6 by 12, and probably the longest part was punching them all out and getting all those little bits out. But I spent some time doing that yesterday, and then I'm just going to store them all in a container or a little bag so they're ready to go whenever I need them. So they're only $9. And when you get them, they look like this. Okay. So they come in this bag unless they find a different way to package them. So when you open it, this is what you get. Now I know you can't see anything on here, but if I tilt it, I don't know if you can see, there are all of these images in here, all of these die cuts. Okay, so all you have to do is punch all of those out. So it comes on this little backer sheet here, so they don't all fall out. So you've got leaves and butterflies and everything. Okay, so that's what it looks like. When I counted, when I got them out, I think there were about 21 pieces. So let me show you what they look like. Here they are. Okay, so I did use a couple on my sample that I'll show you in a second, but this is what they look like. So some are very dainty. So you have this really large one. that might be nice on a scrapbook page. I think it's probably too large for a card front. And then you have, I think it's about 2 of each pattern. So you get 2 like of the large flowers, 2 small. There were hearts, 2 large butterflies, small butterflies, and then some greenery, well, sprigs, I guess, and leaves here. Okay, so you can just make your own sort of card front by choosing whichever one of these pieces you want. Now, they're not self-adhesive, so you do have to add them with probably liquid glue is the best. But I thought, you know, these are so cool. And it takes, you know, some time away from your die cutting, which is always a bonus, I guess, if you do a lot of die cutting. So let me show you the project we're going to make, and we're going to play with some of the new in colors again, okay? So this is the project we're doing. Ha! Black on whatever color you want, okay? So you basically just need the 2 colors. If you don't want to use black, you could probably use white as your base. I just thought, let's make something just with black as our base. This particular in color, if you guys can guess. Any guesses out there what it is? Any guesses? Let me see. Kathleen, you probably know what this one is. Not meaning to put you on the spot or anything, but yes, it is crisp cantaloupe is the color that I chose for this one. I just thought it was really, I don't know, I just really liked it with the black. But we are going to switch up our project that we're going to make together today using a different in color, okay? And I'll show you how we're going to put this together. So what I chose was, of course, black. And I chose, yes, I did, one of my favorites, hydrangea hue. Okay, now you, like I said, could use absolutely any color that you wanted. I love the look of anything with black. Melon Mambo is always a favorite. Even the, you know, the Highland Heathers. I don't know, there's just something with black that really makes it stand out. So you could do this, like I did it as a happy for you, but you could do whatever greeting, you know, you could make it a sympathy card, I suppose, depending on your background, anniversary, birthday, like I think it would work for pretty much any occasion, right? Okay, so like I said, our base is 8.5 by 5.5, our basic black, scored at 4 1/4. And this is our hydrangea hue. Have you guys played with our new in colors? Does anybody have them? Does anybody have a favorite? I know we are going to play with some of them tomorrow at my class. But yeah, they are, I'm really getting used to these colors now too. And I'm trying to play with them a little bit more. But yes, hydrangea hue, I think has to be one of my favorites. I don't know, I just really, really like it. All right, probably because I like hydrangeas too. All right, I was a little nervous. As a side note, I have a hydrangea plant that I bought a couple of years ago, and I have it planted out front. And this year I was really nervous because I hadn't seen anything sprouting from it. I think I've only had it for maybe 2 years, or is this going into the 3rd? I can't quite remember, but not super long. And it's kind of like when it starts, of course, it starts kind of greenish, and then it turns, the blossoms turn into like a vanilla color, and then you get like a kind of a burgundy, not quite as dark as burgundy, but a little bit of that on the tips of all of the petals, and it's so beautiful. But I kept asking my sister, is your hydrangea blooming, or is it started to green out? Like, what's happening? And she said hers had shown signs of life already, and mine hadn't, so I was nervous. But she said, just be patient. Apparently they take a long time to come, and it can be late, but give them lots of water. So I've been trying to do that because they love water, and we have not had rain very much here this spring. But then, beginning of the week, I noticed some leaves were appearing. So I was so happy that it's finally starting. Okay, I digress. So next step is to do this border here. Okay, so I thought, what am I going to do for a border? So I went to the perennial postage dies. Okay. I could have gone to the textured notes, but those have retired. I'm so sad because they are wonderful. At first I thought I would need this large one, but this is too big. So I used the second largest size of the die, which is this one. And then I have a piece of basic black, 5 by 3 3/4, that I put an adhesive sheet on the back. You don't have to. You can just use glue to adhere it, but it's, you know, for me and glue, you know, it's a challenge sometimes, I'll admit. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to put on an adhesive sheet and then I won't have to worry so much about it. So I'm going to grab my die cut machine and bring it up here. Hopefully I won't be shaking the table too much. And my cutting pads are really getting chewed up, so I have to replace those. So what I'm going to do, this is really awkward, but give you a close-up. I'm going to put this sort of right so I have pretty even edges all the way around, okay? So then I'm going to have to stand for this, I think. And like I say, I apologize for the shaking on the table when this goes through. Okay, so I think those edges are pretty even. You can always tack them down with a Post-it note. Okay, so let's see how this goes. So I'm going to push this through. Oh, there's the shaking. And then we will have, hopefully, our border. Okay. So let's take this out and see what we have. I'll take this off, and there is our border. Now, this is an extra piece. Do not throw it away. If you do put an adhesive sheet, even if you don't keep it, you can always use it to cut out other dies, right? And this, I have the adhesive sheet on already. So if I do want to do some really detailed dies out of black, I can use this, right? So don't throw that away. And then we're going to, excuse me, frog in my throat. We're going to peel this off. Okay. Just peel this off. And, ooh, stuck to my fingers here. And then we're going to try to center this on here. Now, using liquid glue would definitely give you a little bit of wiggle room, but I find even adhesive sheets, I find can be a little bit forgiving. And you can, you know, sort of pick them up and reposition them a little bit. This one is a little bit off, but I'm okay with that. Oh, doesn't that black look nice on there? Oh, I really like that. I think that's great. Okay, so let us bring back that sheet of those die cuts. Now, the official name, did I even tell you the official name? I did. Floral Flight Accents. Yes, when I showed them in the catalog, I think I mentioned that. So Floral Flight Accents. So here you can see this one is way, well, yeah, it's pretty big. You might be able to squeeze it on. Actually, you probably could if you maybe trimmed your stem a little bit. Like, wow, that would be beautiful, hey? Or you could just like trim some of the edges off. We've had stamped images where we've, you know, stamped them off of the paper too. And you can do the border or not. Oh, like Wow, isn't that something? So I was mistaken. You probably can make this on a card front. Like, wow, isn't that something? Whew. I don't know, should I use it? Now I'm really liking how this looks. And that would be such a simple card, wouldn't it? Yeah, you probably have to trim off a little bit on some of these, but it's not the end of the world for sure. Like, look at that, eh? Wow. Okay, so that's an option. Or we have lots of other pieces. So we could work with the flowers. And let me move this up a bit. You could work with the flowers or any of the leaves. Okay, you can put some leaves and flowers. Not that that's necessarily the corresponding flower, flower to those leaves, but you could. I can put a couple more here. You could put a little butterfly at the top, or just focus on the leaves. You could do that. You could do your little butterfly here if you wanted, or just do flowers. You know, you could just do your flowers there, or you could do, I want to leave a little bit of room for a greeting. Even just a heart would be sweet, right? Kind of like a little anniversary card or something. That would be nice too. So should we just go with that maybe? Maybe we'll put the stem down a bit so you don't see the end of it. We'll sort of tuck it in there. And then we can put maybe this guy up here, this one there, and then we have room for a greeting there. Very simple, right? You can puzzle together whatever pieces you want. So let's try that. I'm gonna save this. Maybe I'll try that on another project, but I do now. Ooh, that gets me really, my wheel's turning a little. Okay, so I am going to bring out the liquid glue. All right, so I'm going to take these off and start with the leaves. Okay, so let us just put tiny dabs on here. You don't need a lot, and you don't want it oozing out everywhere. Boy, if these would have been on adhesive sheets, that would have really made my day. I love our adhesive sheets. I know I have mentioned that before, but I think they are so great for detailed dies. Okay, I have a little bit of seepage there, but I'm just going to not touch it. All right, so let's try to do this flower. Now, I missed a little punch out. Because you can see, like, all of these tiny little holes there all get punched out in all these other pieces. So, you know, if you do decide to try these sometime, just, you know, take some time to just punch out all of those first on all of your pieces, and then they'll be ready to go when you need them. Okay, let's do, you know, I'm never sure how much is enough when you use glue. Sometimes less is better, right? And you don't have the mess. And you don't want all the, you know, all the glue seeping out of these, because hopefully that's enough. Okay, so let's put this one kind of up there. It's a little bit crooked, isn't he? Well, it's down now, so I guess I'll just leave him there. Okay, and we'll put another one. Now, I find another trick for me that sometimes works is I'll just put a little bit of glue, and then I'll just sort of wipe it in there. Or you could take a sponge and adhere your glue. this is a really fine piece, so maybe this wasn't the best example. Oh, how many of you are glue users over our Stampin' Seal? Who has a preference? Write it in the comments. I would be interested to know. I have seen so many glue users because they just love it. And that's great. If that's what works. I think because you have that little bit of wiggle room, like I said. Now your heart, you could position it with the slits on the right or the left. Maybe I'll do the left. This one I can probably add a little bit of glue here. Come on. Don't want to start squeezing too much and then I'll get a big glob of it. Okay, let's just rub that in there a little bit. Probably making my hands more sticky by doing it this way. Okay, let's just put our heart up here, like so. Press it down a bit. Oh, that is it for the glue, I think. Hopefully that will be enough on there. All right, what do you think so far? Those colors, do you like them? Not like them? A couple pieces poking out here. All right, so then for the greeting, I don't have the stamp set here. It is from our new, now it's not from Perennial Postage because I found these really large. The big hugs might have worked. But I did take it from, I'm going to just show you quickly. I can find it here. Our Lily of the Valley. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Now, I don't know if you can see it here. Maybe I have to look back here. Sorry guys, I just wanted to show you what it looked like. It's back here. I know it's a bundle. Where are you? Here. Lily of the Valley. So it's kind of small, but there's a little thanks. Happy birthday to a forever kind of friend. Happy for you. So grateful for you. And to one of the nicest people I know. Really cute greetings in there. So, for this one, I used happy for you because I thought, you know, that's great for, let's say you have a team member that's promoting or reached a milestone, or somebody, you know, got a new job, somebody's graduating maybe, just any occasion where you're happy for someone, right? And this one, I put a little thanks, and that is from that set too. So I stamped it with the Memento because I do not have that new black hybrid ink yet. So, and then I cut it out with a really small Perennial Postage die. Okay, so I mounted that, just I cut a piece of the black, and then I'm going to pop this up with a couple of dimensionals. So it's cute for a thank you card too. I mean, yeah, you guys know, right? You guys know what you would like to use them for. Okay, so we'll put that there. So make sure you leave, you know, if you want a greeting, nothing says you have to put a greeting on. You could just leave it blank, and then, you know, a lot of cards don't have greetings on them, or once you've decided you need a card, then you can put the greeting for whatever occasion you need. Okay, so I'm going to add a couple of these Sunset Sparkle sequins. I think I'm just going to add these white ones here because the other colors aren't the best for me. And we'll figure out where we want to put a couple of those just to give it a little bit of bling. And if you don't want to put these on either, you don't have to, or you have some other ones you think would work better, you can do that. And there you go. Hey, there you go, guys, using those new, oh my gosh, what is my name of those? The name is the Floral Flight Accents. Oh, that alliteration gets me every time. So there you go. So you definitely could try those with any sort of color in the background and see how you like it. All right, let me flip my camera. Okay, so just a really sort of quick project today. Nothing too difficult. But I think it looks really nice with that black on whatever color you choose. So I hope you'll give those a try. They are kind of tucked at the back of the catalog, so I'm not too sure if a lot of people have seen them or not seen them, but I hope you'll try them out because I think they're kind of a fun addition if you want to just do a quick card. You don't even need the border. You could just, you know, put those pieces on and you're all ready to go. Okay, everybody, that's it for me today. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope the sun shines wherever you are, and we will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.